The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
A very pleasant good morning, racing fans, and welcome here to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. The long road to Louisville continues here on the show today. We'll start with a trip to the fairgrounds to take a look at the Grade 3 LeCompte Stakes. Big names, Asmussen, Cox, Maker, Cassie, all involved, much more. We'll have that coming up as our national race of the week. Continued action from the fairgrounds also includes the Silver Bullet Day. Could trainer Steve Asmussen win the 1,000th stakes race of his career? We'll have that coming up, and we'll spend a few minutes with Glenn Brock from the Diamond B Farm, one of the big-time breeders here in the Commonwealth. Glenn will join us here in just a little bit. Hi, everybody. Keith Jones down on the beautiful first floor here at Parks Racing. Mr. Tremendous Man himself right here, Dick Girardi. And Dick, old man Winter rearing his head here in the Delaware Valley, and we've not been able to get on the racetrack at one day since last week when we taped.
That's what happens when you get into the 20s, unfortunately.
Well, Dick, a huge day down in Florida. It's Pegasus Day, and eyes from here at Parks going to be watching very closely.
Yeah, and Spun to Run has not been here, so he has not missed training time. He's down at Palm Meadows, and we look forward to seeing his rematch with Omaha Beach from the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, where Spun to Run just took the track away from all of them, crushed them. Omaha Beach ran well to be second. Omaha Beach will be favored again. Spun to Run with a new jockey, as Irad Ortiz has chosen to ride Mucho Gusto in the race for Bob Baffert. You're saying, well, wait a second, Mucho Gusto. My guess is Baffert said, oh, by the way, if you ride this horse, maybe I'll give you some live horses for the Derby. So Carlos was not happy. Wow, you give up a horse that won a Breeders' Cup race?
Not only win a Breeders' Cup race, but blew him away in the Breeders' Cup. I mean, it ran brilliantly.
Great. And then ran second to Maximum Security in another really good start.
How many do you think we'll have for
Probably a dozen. Yeah, no, I don't think anybody's scared of anybody in here. Now, the purse is down to $3 million, but the good news is the owners don't have to put up the money for the purse like they did before. But look, it's become a real midwinter staple. I think it was a great idea when it started. I like the fact that a lot of the good older horses are here. Sometimes it's their last run. Omaha Beach, this is his last run before he goes to stud. But I'm looking forward for a great year for Spun to Run. This is a no Lasix race now. And no horses get Lasix. That's a new deal this year. We'll see how that factors into the whole thing. But can't wait to see Spun do it again. And my guess is they'll just send him to the lead and see if somebody can catch him.
Dickie said the person down to $3 million. I'd love to have a horse that was in running for $3 million. So our best to Carlos. Hope our best to Carlos. And we'll, of course, have that right at the top of the show next week. Well, let's get to our race of the week. Of course, not going to come here from Parks. Let's instead take a look at the 3-year-olds at the LeCompte Stakes down at the fairgrounds, 1 mile and 1/16 for $200,000. And Dick, the beginning of those Derby points here. So you got to get the Derby points. Number 4, it's a very wide open field of 13. Number 4, Scabbard is the 3-to-1 choice for trainer Eddie Keneally. Dick, a very, very unusual situation here with Scabbard. He started his career with 2 races under a different name.
Right, he was Noose. For some reason, the Jockey Club let that go through. That obviously wasn't going to stand. They had to change his name to Scabbard. And he ran beautifully in a second in the Iroquois to Dennis's Moment. Then he didn't run at all in the Breeders' Cup. Remember, Dennis's Moment missed the break, so he had an excuse. I don't know what Scabbard's excuse was. He was bad.
Dick's second choice, number 9, Silver State, is 3-to-1 here for trainer Steve Asmussen. He is just a nose short of starting his career 2 for 2.
Yeah, and he's running fast. 82 and 82. Those are pretty good numbers for a 2-year-old at that stage.
Dick, it's always good to run well in a race like this.
Indeed.
Let's see who got it done in the LeCompte Stakes.
Bango's taking the lead for Brian Hernandez Jr. Shaw, Shake Me Up with an early move now into second as these 3-year-olds go to the back of the track. Check the umpires just in third. Mr. Monomoy broke sharp. Fourth toward the inside for Florent Giroux with 6 furlongs to go. Sycamore Run is in the clear on the outside. Running in 5th position by a length and a half. Scabbard is 6th with the rail. Then on the outside, New Eagle has the white blinkers with just inside 5 furlongs to go. Followed by Accession toward the rail, one of those Calumet Farm 3 black gold chevrons. It's a break of 3 more then to Silver Slate. Also in the maroon toward the inside is Halo again. Then on the outside, Enforceable in the back half of the field, along with Finnick the Fierce and Perfect Stars 13th. The quarter was 23.46 seconds. Half mile 47.41. They turn again with 3 furlongs to go. Shaw, Shake Me Up has taken a short lead from at the inside. Looking to battle on is Bango, but has dropped back. Right there is Jack the umpire, along with Mr. Monomoy, who now looks to move through between horses. Heads are turned for home past the quarter pole. 3/4 in 1 minute 12.20 seconds. Sha Sha Shake Me Up. Mr. Monomoy driven toward the inside. Here's Enforceable, who's rattling home with 1 furlong to go. And Enforceable has taken the lead. Mr. Monomoy battles. And on the outside is Silver Slate, but close to home with Julian Leperoux.
Well, that number 10, Enforceable, rallies from off the pace to win for Mark Cassie. Did he not win the Lecomte Stakes last year? Yes. So that's back-to-back. Julian Leperoux on board to get 6-1 at the windows. Wins by a length and a half. Pays $15.60 to win. And Dick, so often we talk about how the 2-year-olds, and they just don't run very much. This horse ran 6 times last year, so he has plenty of experience. They raced him.
Yeah, how about that? What a concept. Yeah. I mean, like Mark does that last year. He won the Preakness, he won the Belmont with 2 different horses, had another tremendous year. Enforceable, if you said, give me a horse who's beautifully bred for the Classics. Yeah. By Tappet out of a Dixie Union mare. I mean, this is about as good as it gets. 89 buyer, which is certainly way better than anything that he'd done. He's going to have to go better than that. Right. But that was a pretty impressive effort. Yeah. I thought it's hard to tell what is exactly in this race, but he made a big leap from 2 to 3. We'll see what happens next.
And you don't want to run out the TV here at the middle of January.
Still
so
early.
A good first step for Enforceable here as he takes the Grade 3 Lecomte. Let's get to our first break. We come back here on Let's Go Racing. We're going to talk breeding here in the Commonwealth, and Glenn Brock will be right back after this.
He's an amazing horse. He got 83 mares this past year.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. No markup, no management fees makes our partnerships unique and affordable. We are Pewter Stable.
What does Chapman's 7 locations and 10 car brands mean to you? It means a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles, all makes and models, many one-owner low mileage certified with miles of factory warranty remaining. Safety checked, meticulously detailed, and each come with a free Carfax report so you can buy with complete confidence at any Chapman Auto store near you. Or shop online anytime at ChapmanPreowned.com.
If our emblem is not on your car or truck, you probably did pay too much.
Racehorses are pampered,
treated with care, and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
and they do right by us.
the hard-working folks
Who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
but it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs.
Jobs and billions in economic impact each year.
All across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. Time for our special guest this week, and it is the owner of Diamond B Farm. We welcome in Glenn Brock. And Glenn, thanks for taking the time to join us here today. One of the major breeders in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Tell us a little bit about Diamond B.
Well, Diamond B is in Mooresville, PA. 2 years ago, we were leading breeders in Pennsylvania, which I had a dream one time that I wanted to be the leading breeder in Pennsylvania and make $100,000 in Breeders' Awards, and I thought that was something that was unobtainable. And we ended up with $450,000 and unprecedented number leading breeder in Pennsylvania. So my wife and I, Becky, were pretty excited about that.
Well, tomorrow you have a big event going on up at Diamond B. Tell us a little bit about that.
So we have our open house and stallion show. We have 6 stallions. Pretty excited. Flashback is owned by the Wests, Gary Mary West, and he has a filly that won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Sprint, and she's up for the Eclipse Award as 2-year-old filly of the year. We're very hopeful that she'll obtain that. And tomorrow is our stallion show, so we're going to have hopefully a lot of people come out and see Flashback. We also have Boisterous, horse that was leading sophomore and juvenile sire in California, owned by Tommytown Thoroughbreds and Gary Barber. And that horse is off to a very good start. He's by Distorted Humor. He made $1.4 million, won the Man of War, and we're very excited that they sent him from California. It looks like the gold rush is going the other way from California to Pennsylvania, so that says a lot for our program.
Yeah, Flashback, of course, is by Tappet. British Idiom is the foal you're talking about, who won the juvenile fillies. In addition to that, of course, the one everybody around here knows, your big sire, is Uptown Charlie Brown,
Absolutely.
who everybody sees him run around here, and he's become the leading stallion here in this state. Tell us about him.
Oh, just an exciting story. You know, Bob Hutton, his what was Fantasy Lane, now Uptown Charlie Brown stud, believed in this horse. He's by Limehouse, which hasn't had a sire. Nobody believed in the horse but those people, and they supported him, and it just shows that a dream can come true. He's an amazing horse. He got 83 mares this past year. The phone is ringing. Eddie Coletti and Bob and their group, just over the top with a good horse and good luck.
In addition to having stallions in your farm and everything going well, you're also a huge supporter of the Turning for Home program here. Glenn, tell us about that.
Yes. My wife and I support Turning for Home and Bob Hutt with Uptown Charlie Brown Stud. We co-sponsor their biggest race, I guess, and we have a lot of horses that Turning for Home has looked for homes and retired, and they're on our farm, and we try to give back. And one of our most successful racehorses is a horse called The Man that Bob and Natalie Baffert owned, and he's done racing, and he's at our farm too.
Glenn, how do you go about bringing a stallion to your farm, and what are you looking for when you're going through that process?
Well, you look for popular sire lines, which isn't always the way to go, because Charlie has proven us wrong in that aspect. You know, Tappett's a very hot sire. The Wests are big owners. When they asked us to take Flashback, it was quite an honor, and they support the horse, and so that decision was easy. When Gary Barber and Tommy Town asked us to take Boisterous with his credentials in California by Distorted Humor, that decision was easy. So, but when I got into the stallion business, and I tried hard for a long time not to, the Ramseys asked me to come out and look at Talent Search, and the moment I looked at him, it was like, yep, let me call my wife and tell her we're going to be in the stallion business, and it's just grown from there.
Well, Glenn, the stallion business, the breeding industry in the Commonwealth has obviously taken off over the last dozen years, even more than that. And we talk with Brian Sanfratello all the time about the breeding industry, but you're a big part of that, and we congratulate you on your success and continued success as we move forward here in 2020 and beyond. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. I want to invite everybody out to our farm tomorrow, Sunday, the 26th. We're having a stallion show, open house. Starts at noon and goes to 3. I hope everybody will come and join us.
Again, best of luck, Glenn. Thanks for remembering.
Okay.
Let's get to our continued coverage here on the national part of the program, and that's, of course, brought to you by Chapman Auto Group. That last hour emblem is on the back of your car or truck. You probably paid too much. And we continue our national coverage with more action from the fairgrounds. Dick, it's the Silver Bullet Day. Mm-hmm. She was pretty good in her day.
Mr. Baffert, back in the day.
Well, the fillies, the 3-year-old fillies here at 1 mile and 70 yards. The favorite, number 6, Finite, goes off at 3-5. Dick, she made 5 starts during her 2-year-old season. She ended the year as a Grade 2 winner, and this is a big race for trainer Steve Asmussen.
Yeah, it's just to get started on the run through the fairgrounds filly races. You know, a lot of good ones. The Rachel Alexandra, the Fairgrounds Oaks. But yeah, she's a huge favorite. It's not much of a field,
right?
And her lines, obviously, she won 3 in a row.
Well, Dick, Mr. Asmussen comes into the race with 999 career stakes wins.
Yes.
So this could be number 1,000. Number 7, Portrait, the second choice, 3-1 for trainer Brad Kotz. And Dick, her second career start down at Ellis Park, they put the blinkers on her, and she just took off.
I'll say she took off, winning by 12.5.
Well, this turned into a pretty exciting stretch run of the Silver Bullet Day. Let's get the call from John Dooley.
The quarter in 24.23 seconds. It's Ursula. Ursula leads 3/4 length to His Glory, who's right up there with the front runner, and Finite is 3 deep and 2 from the lead. Toward the inside is Magasweet, looks to gain ground. Magasweet right at Ursula's heels. Finite fourth on the outside, and close to the pace going past the half-mile pole. She can't sing in 5th. Portrait is a wide 6th. Tempers rising as 7 from the lead down inside, and 2 clear from past the plate. Remains in the back of the pack. Half mile for Ursula, 16-1 leader, 48.72. This is 3 furlongs from home. Ursula continues to hold on to this lead from His Glory. And here's Finite's move. And Finite is gearing up with Portrait, who circles on the far outside as these 3-year-old fillies close ranks at the quarter pole. Top of the lane. 3/4, 1 minute 13.64 seconds. Portrait runs at Finite. finite portrait. Ursula right there in for the fight with 1 furlong to go. Tempers rising, unwinding on the far outside. His Glory is next. They come past the 16th. It's Ursula. It's finite. Tempers rising on the outside. It's finite. Finite on the wire for Steve Asmussen.
Well, Dick, Finite battling through the stretch here with 16 to 1 shot Ursula. And just before the finish, Finite puts her head in front. She gets the nod by a neck, pays $3.20 to win. And Dick, Steve Asmussen now with 1,000 career stakes wins.
Yeah, I think this is hard to say, but I think he's underrated as a high-class trainer because he obviously has so many horses. He can win with 5 claimers. He can win $5 million races. There's really been nobody like him in the history of the sport. He's in the Hall of Fame. I voted for him, as I said, for the Eclipse Award for 2019. I have zero problem if Chad Brown wins. It could be either one of them. But, yeah, I mean, Steve's one of the best. I mean, if you think about him, Rachel Alexander, Curlin, some of the great horses. Matoli this year, he has a nice little filly here, Finite. And he can win a 5-claimer somewhere just as easy as he can win a $1 million race.
And Vicky is absolutely one of the very best trainers in the country with his young horses. You know, during the 2-year-old season, they get to those big races, you always have to take a look at Steve's horses.
And he's going to hold the record eventually for most wins. He'll get over 10,000, and I don't know that anybody will ever catch him. It'll be like a Russell Bayes number.
Dick, let's get up to Aqueduct, big sprint race up there. It's the Grade 3 Toboggan. They go 7 furlongs for $1.50. The favorite here is number 8, Mind Control, who goes off at 6 to 5 for trader Greg Sacco. Dick, at Saratoga, where he loves, he was a Grade 1 winner as a 2-year-old. He was a Grade 1 winner as a 3-year-old. And that last start came in the Alan Jerkins last year, and this is his first start here in 2020.
Yeah, it's interesting. Johnny V likes this horse so much that he left Florida to come up and ride in the cold at Aqueduct with Mind Control.
Second choice is number 2, American Anthem, who goes off at 5 to 2. And Dick, when you think of American Anthem, you go Bob Baffert. You know what?
Nope.
He is not with Mr. Baffert any longer.
He is not. It's actually, it's been a couple times since he's been in. Baffert didn't, and then Rudolph Brissett had him for a little while, and now Danny Gargan has him.
Well, Dick, the last race at the fairgrounds was pretty close.
Yes.
That's a pretty good finish in the toboggan.
I'll say.
Let's get the call.
Still Having Fun is the leader. Mind Control, the favorite on the outside in second. Then American Anthem in between horses. T Loves a Fight is gaining ground quickly. Then it is Bone Raison, followed by Sunny Ridge, the gray, and Nicodemus is the trailer in 7th. Still Having Fun ran the opening quarter in 23-3. Mind Control is right alongside in second. Mind Control on the outside and Still Having Fun on the inside. As they go around the turn, T Loves a Fight in the white blinkers is next in third. And then it's Bone Raison, followed by American Anthem, Nicodemus, and Sunny Ridge is the trail of the half and 46-3. Now it's 4 of them across. Still Having Fun, Mind Control, T Loves a Fight, and a Bone Raison. And just in behind is American Anthem, who's looking for racing room. The field is in the stretch. Still Having Fun and Mind Control. Sunny Ridge on the extreme outside. American Anthem is coming on as they move down for the 16th pole. Here is Mind Control. Nicodemus is kicking in late. American Anthem is there, and Sunny Ridge on the outside. They come down for the finish in the toboggan, and it's a head bob, a 3-way photo finish.
Dick, this is almost reminiscent of the 1944 Carter Handicap.
The triple dead heat.
The famous triple dead heat. Not quite. Mind Control gets the nod, wins it by a nose. You get 3 noses on the wire. Mind Control, the favorite here at 6 to 5, pays $4.30 to win. And Dick, that was a game victory by Mind Control.
It was a game victory. 98 Buyer, which is as good as the horse has ever done. And it's our man Kendrick rolling with Nicodemus. And as you said, Keith, a 3-horse photo, but the favorite wins it.
Mind Control's a pretty good sprinter.
He is indeed.
Let's go back to the fairgrounds and check out some more graded action. This is the Grade 3 Louisiana Stakes. We'll go 1 mile at 1/16 for $100,000. Number 2, Silver Dust, is 3 to 5 for trader Brett Calhoun. Dick, this is one of those horses that almost never runs a bad race.
Does not, and Brett Calhoun's off to a great start at the fairgrounds where he's 10 for 38, and he won 113 races last year. He's one of those Midwest guys that when he's got a good horse, they stay good for a long time.
Second choice, number 3, Blended Citizen, is 7 to 2 for trader Brad Cox. Dick, can you say $80,000 claim?
I can, and also our man Kyle Frey won the Peter Pan Stakes with this horse way back in 2018.
$80,000 claim.
Nice claim.
Let's take a look at the Grade 3 Louisiana. Here's the call.
Gunnett has taken the early lead here from Royland, who joins Silver Dust. And posted wide is Kulkulkan, has the white cap as they go to the back of this historic New Orleans track. Blended Citizen up the inside and a break of 3 to 4 more to Tone Broke, who trails the Stake Sextet with 34 wins between them and just inside 6 furlongs to go. The quarter in 24.80 seconds. Out in front, it's Gunnet, and Gunnet slows them up. Gunnet leads the way here from Silver Dust, who keeps tabs on the front runner for Jack Gilligan. Silver Dust is running second by 4. Royland, Kukulkan is fourth toward the inside. Blended Citizen is some 10 from the leader going past the half mile, and Tonebroke remains last. Half mile for Gunnet. Controlled it. 48.16 seconds, they turn again, where Silver Dust is the nearest challenger for Gunnet, who leads with 3 furlongs to go. It's Gunnet by a half to 3/4. Silver Dust poised on the outside for a bid. Silver Dust now to take on Gunnet at the top of the stretch from Kukulkan, with between horses Royland, Blended Citizen, and Tonebroke is wide and last. They've straightened up past the quarter pole in 1:12.58 seconds, and it's Silver Dust who's forged ahead now for Jack Gilligan with 1 furlong to go. It's Silver Dust has edged clear from Gunnet. Blended Citizen is running on past Royland, but well inside the final half furlong with Jack Gilligan. It's Silver Dust.
Well, Dick, we mentioned that Silver Dust almost never runs a bad race. Well, you know what? Chalk up another one. Silver Dust draws out to win by better than 4 at the end. Pays $3.20 to win. Blended Citizen finishes second to help with that $80,000 claim. But Dick, Silver Dust is a multiple graded winner, and he is just one tough hombre.
He is, and if you want to bet on 3 to 5, you'd rather win like this than like the 2-year-old filly or the 3-year-old filly one earlier. But yeah, never in doubt with Silver Dust.
Well, Dick, let's get to our next break. We come back here on Let's Go Racing Weekly Awards. Some turf action to take a look at and race recap. We'll be right back after this.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. Time to give out those weekly awards brought to you by Turning for Home. Log on to their website at turningforhome.org and get involved with that tremendous retirement program. Dick, we did manage to get in 1 day of racing last week here in this winter weather, and jockey Sylvester Gonzalez had not 1, not 2, but 3 wins on the program. Sylvester does a great job. We don't mention him enough. So,
so he gets the award this
he's
week.
our jockey of the week. We had 2 trainers that had doubles that day, Lou Linder and Mike Moore. So got to tip our caps to those guys. And of course, Mr. Asmussen gets another mention here with 1,000 career stakes victories. Our best to those guys. Well, let's get to race recap. It's brought to you by Pewter Stable. Log on to their website at pewterstable.com, and we urge you to become an owner today. Dick, let's get back to the fairgrounds and take a look at the Colonel E.R. Bradley on the grass. This used to be graded. It was downgraded recently. $1.25 is the purse here, number 14. Mr. Misunderstood, the 3-2 favorite for trainer Brad Cox, a multiple graded winner. Dick, he's got to finish last. How about the winner, though? Here gets a good trip. Number 4, Don't Blame Rocket. Gets to sit off a couple of front runners who are going at it and then takes advantage.
Yeah, the perfect trip, and it just blew by the front runners. Wins by 3 for Norm Cassie, of course, the son of Mark Cassie. And Norm had a pretty good year. He's now out on his own and doing well.
Well, Dick, this horse was a $50,000 claim at Churchill, and then win, and a stakes victory. So this is a pretty good $50,000 claim. Paid $14.80 to win. Let's go out to Santa Anita, the Grade 3 Astra. Fillies and mares going long here on the grass, 1.5 miles for $100,000. The favorite, number 2, Tiny Tina, is 7-5. But Dick, I thought Brice Blanc gave number 8, Miss Pine Toward, a great ride here. Hems in tight Tiny Tina gets first run coming off the turn and then goes on to win clear at the end.
Yeah, I'm actually a Brice Blanc fan. He doesn't get as many mounts as he used to, but I kind of like how he rides. And Brian Corner's a high percentage trainer out in California. Yeah, Miss Painter is going to blow the field away late.
And for your $2, you get $28.40
I
to
did
win.
not have that.
Pretty good investment there on that one. Dick, let's take a look at Ion Racing. We mentioned at the top of the show the Pegasus, but along with the Pegasus, it is just basically a big day down at Gulfstream Park.
No, it's a huge card. It's one of the best cards of the winter. They came up with the right timing between the championship games and the Super Bowl, and it's a huge deal, and it'll be on NBC, and I'm looking forward to it because we especially want to see how Spun to Run runs against Omaha Beach again.
Well, Dick, let's hope the weather is good because last year, if you remember, it was the basic deluge down there, so let's hope for
it's South Florida. I mean, come on,
Okay.
in the wintertime, let's have some sun.
Gonna wrap it up with this and out. Stay with us. Be back after this.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
He's a winner. He's a champion. He's an icon. He's a legend. And now he's back in Pennsylvania. Smarty Jones, Kentucky Derby winner, Preakness Stakes winner, standing at Equistar in Annville, Pennsylvania. The quintessential Pennsylvania bred has returned. Smarty Jones is back home. Please call Rodney Eckenrode or visit EquistarTrainingAndBreeding.com.
Want to get out of the cold this winter? Well, Parks Racing is just the place to keep you warm and toasty. Parks Racing gives you plenty of live horse racing action all winter long. And yes, it's fun to see them run from other racetracks as well, with plenty of simulcast action from all around the country. It's a front row seat to see the top 3-year-olds prep for the Triple Crown from Gulfstream Park, Santa Anita, and more. So put on your snow boots, grab your coat, and head on over to Parks Racing. It's warm and toasty, and always, it's fun to see them run.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. News and Notes is our final segment. It's brought to you by the Granny Fund. Get involved and help with continued education in the backstretch and do it with the Granny Fund. Bruce Caselda, Dick Girardi, Keith Jones, and Dick, Empire Maker was not only a terrific horse on the track, he was a terrific horse in the breeding shed, but unfortunately his time as a stallion has now passed.
Right, he died. He was 20 years old. This is kind of hard to believe, Keith, but in 2003, he won the Belmont Stakes. That was the year Funny Side won the first 2 legs of the Triple Crown. I think he can make a pretty good case. Bobby Frankel's one of the 5 best trainers in American horse racing history. That was his lone Triple Crown win, Empire Maker. But he wasn't really into the Triple Crown. But Bobby was very excited. I remember talking to him after that. He loved the fact that Empire Maker won the Belmont at one of his home tracks.
Well, I think, as we mentioned, a huge day down at Gulfstream Park today. You have live racing, of course, but come out and bet all of the big races right here with us. And we'll see you next week on Let's Go Racing.